Where there are images of Moses with the 10 Commandments inside the building. Moses is including among the great lawgivers in Herman McNeil's marble sculpture. It's on the east front. As you enter the Supreme Court courtroom, South Carolina, listen to this. The two huge doors that you walk through, 10 Commandments engraved on them on both sides. Hanging above the head of the Supreme Court Justice. Guess what's hanging there? It's right above his head. 10 Commandments. So what do? We start hauling the 10 Commandments out of all the courthouses. You say, but they kept them there. They're still in the Supreme Court room where they meet. Give them time.
Right.
They'll haul them away. Let me get this right. If you're in South Carolina or if you're in Louisiana and you violate commandment number 5, children honor your father and mother. You didn't discipline your kids, you didn't raise them right. So they get out there and they go down the road tearing up, getting all drunked up and stealing stuff and tearing people's property up. And when the laws catch them, where do they take them, South Carolina? To the courthouse, where we just got rid of the 10 Commandments, of which one of them says, children honor your father and mother. So what happens when kids don't honor their father and mother? The laws catch them and they carry them to the courthouse and they fine them or jail them. Number 6, do not murder. It makes sense to me. When you murder someone, I don't care whether it's South Carolina or Washington, D.C., the laws come after you, and when they get you, they're going to carry you to the courthouse. Right?
Right.
Don't commit adultery. Gentlemen, if your woman catches you, there's a possibility you may have a court date. Right? Don't steal. You rob a bank. You burglarize someone's home. When they catch you, you violated what God said. What are we going to do with you? Courthouse bound. Every time. Don't lie. What did they do with old Martha Stewart, but she lied on that tax deal? Where'd she end up? Courthouse? That's what I thought. And then you want more than you really need, and you're not satisfied with what you have, and you begin to look at your neighbor's stuff and whatever, and you covet, you say, you spend all your money, hard times come your way, then the bankruptcy kicks in, you say, where's that all happen? Courthouse. Now, I'm a redneck. I'm an educated redneck, but I'm a redneck. But if you're going to end up at the courthouse for violating the 10 Commandments, that might be a pretty good place to put them. Give me a break. You say, this is the way. See, Ted Cruz is a originalist. He's like Scalia. When he reads the Constitution, he kind of takes old James Madison's advice. Oh, the strength of this nation will not be this Constitution, but the laws of God, the Constitution is based on.
That's right.
You get rid of God. You get him out and keep him from being your anchor. When you start allowing men to determine what is right, what is wrong,
right.
what is good, what is evil, you let men do it, and they do not vet it through this book.
Right.
Our founding fathers warned us over and over and over again. What you will end up doing and saying, well, I know It sounds like it may be a violation of commandment number 6, do not murder. But we're just going to go ahead and tell these ladies in America, American women, they can kill their children. 60 million. You say, I know what God says about perversion. I mean, Sodom and Gomorrah and Romans chapter 1, 1 Corinthians 6, 9 and 10, marriage is between a man and a woman. Keep your sex right there. Here's a report from the CDC. Gentlemen, young men, marry you a woman. Dude, if she's clean and you're clean and you marry her, you say you keep your sex right there, you're never going to get a debilitating disease and or death. It's safe. They're like, that old gray-bearded dude is saying, that just because we're sleeping around with this one, that one, other. Well, he's saying there's a problem with that. About 50.5 million current infections, sexually transmitted diseases are in men, while 59.5 million are in women, for a total of 110 million Americans with STDs at any given time. 110 million? It's the Center for Disease Control material. Incidence, prevalence, and cost of sexually transmitted infections in the United States. You say, Phil, you're being pretty negative today. Jesus died for the sins of the world, was buried in a tomb, and 3 days later was raised from the dead. We are to vet, not only us, South Carolina, we are to vet our own lives, what we say. I bring it up because y'all been hearing all this stuff coming from these politicians. I mean, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. Mm-hmm. Vet what you say through the Word of God. If you do, you know what? There won't be any vile, filthy language coming out of your mouth. God said don't do it. You think about it. How strong a guy is it that's cursing coming out of his lips? Grown men talking like that. Vet everything that you see. Now, I've never owned a cell phone, and I've never turned on a computer. You say, well, you're not seeing anything vile out of those two things because you don't even have them. You say, well, how in the world do you operate, Phil, without a cell phone? I'm filthy rich. And famous. Someone said, how do you operate without a cell phone and a computer, dude? I'm like, very peacefully. It can be done. You say, Phil, what's the biggest change you've seen since the money started rolling? The menu picked up dramatically. South Carolina. Is that money going to help in any way to remove my sin? Not going to help me. What about the fame of it all, Phil? Can me and my fame raise me from the dead? Can't touch it. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? You say, I better get this Jesus on straight. I better get him on straight. And if I do get him on straight, and I vet everything I say, everything I see, and everything I do through this. That's what Jefferson, George Washington, John Adams, James Madison, John Quincy Adams, all of them, that's what they said. They founded the greatest nation on earth, South Carolina, and we are going to screw it up unless people like you say, Robertson said, go godly. You can't go wrong. Look at the core of a man running all the way back when he started. You say, I better get me a staunch, Bible-believing, Jesus-loving, godly man. We better get him in the White House, and we better get him in there quick. Therefore, I'll give you 3 words most politicians will never tell you. I really, really do love you. I really do. So you say, you love us. Yes, I do. And because of that, you hold the power. We keep electing these ungodly, Bernie Sanders, come on. You say, we better rise up as the sons and daughters of God, and we better vote godly and pray fervently that old Cruz gets in there. Thank you for today. I love you, and don't forget that.